Hi everybody, welcome to Cafe. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Crystal Candy. It's great to be back with you to share all the fun and exciting events that are happening this week.
I had a chance to go to one of my favorite places in Orlando, the Orlando Museum of Art, and they have a really fantastic collection. Take a look. You know, Maureen, it seems like every time I come here, there's something new, but there are some permanent exhibitions here.
Yeah, so we do have traveling exhibitions throughout the year, but we're really proud of our permanent collection that features contemporary art, traditional style paintings, those types of things. We also have a great contemporary graphics exhibition that's on view all the time. Famous prints from artists like Andy Warhol and Lichtenstein, so really famous artists that people know. We also have a great abstract exhibition that features some sculpture and kind of more creative outside the box works. And then we also have a collection of artifacts from the ancient Americas that's on view. So there's really something for everybody at the museum.
When you say something for everybody, I always think about like young artists, and I mean really young, like summer camps and things like that.
Yeah, so throughout the year we offer a lot of great programs for art lovers of all ages. We do our summer camps, winter art camp, and a spring art camp that's available for kids. We also have our annual big events, our fundraisers with Council of 101, Art in Bloom, and then also the Festival of Trees around the holidays, which are great fun for the entire family.
All right, and the thing I know I'm going to ask about, and that is the gift shop.
Yes, oh my gosh, our shop is my favorite. We have free parking, open every day that the museum's open, Tuesday through Sunday. Great collection of just unique gifts, and again, just something for everybody on your list.
Best gift shop ever. No, I'm kidding. So, what else can people expect when they come here? If they've never been here, what other things would you say?
I'd say what we offer is a really unique experience. You know, it's not too much, it's not overwhelming. There's just enough to kind of feed that artistic side of everybody, and it's really approachable and just easy to appreciate what we have here.
Maureen, thank you so much. Make sure that you take advantage of the Orlando Museum of Art because it makes living in Orlando one of the best things ever. You know, you're only seeing a part of their collection because most of what they have is inside the museum that you don't get a chance to see. That's why they rotate it constantly, so there's always something new to see there.
I always love too that they have events that they have there. They do like sound baths amid the arts.
Yeah.
I mean, just check out their website for and we also talk about the fact that they have the best gift shop.
On the planet. I love the gift shop.
Awesome.
Well, the Ramey Dance School Incorporated presents Volver a Bailar por Ti, a thrilling Peruvian tale of good versus evil on July 27th at 7:30 p.m. The show, whose title translation is I Will Dance for You Again, tells the story of Tusi, the spirit of dance and her eternal struggle with her evil rival. The show takes place at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. Go to drphillipscenter.org for more details.
On the last Friday of every month, the Manila Museum is open late till 8. Join them for after-hours access to their latest exhibition, The Viviparous Quadrupeds of North America. Get out your encyclopedia. In the early 1840s, John Audubon set out on his second grand exhibition to record and draw the viviparous quadrupeds of North America. This exhibition presents 36 of those works, highlighting everything from squirrels and rabbits to large cats and buffalo. This month's tour begins at 6 p.m. on July 28th. Visit manilamuseum.org to learn more.
The Orlando Science Center invites you to uncover the science behind global milestones. In the science of Guinness World Records, you can set records, challenge old ones, and make history while exploring the science behind the most mesmerizing accomplishments made by humans worldwide. Attendees will get a behind-the-scenes look at the science involved in all of these record-breaking challenges. Check out osc.org for more details.
The Art and History Museum's Maitland is hosting A&H Conversations, unveiling perspectives, the art of seeing beyond the frame. It's all happening on July 31st at 6 p.m. Exhibitions manager Katie Benson will dive into an exploration of the techniques and approaches that will empower individuals to confidently engage with art. This session aims to unravel the mysteries of artistic interpretation and foster a space where attendees can forge personal connections with art. To learn more, visit artandhistory.org.
Election season is upon us, and we are joined by the Orange County Supervisor of Elections, Glenn Gilzine. Glenn, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here.
So we are about to get into election season. We've got primaries, we've got the general election coming up. So how do we vote here in Orange County? Because we know that there's more than just showing up at the poll on the day of voting.
Yes, so Orange County is extremely blessed. We have 3 options of voting. You can cast your ballot by vote by mail, or you can come to one of the 21 early voting sites, or you can actually cast your ballot day of on election day.
So when people go to one of the early voting sites, that's not necessarily their precinct. They're going to have the ballots for your specific precinct at that early voting site, right?
Absolutely, and what's really exciting about that, with the support of the Orange County Commission and the mayor, we were able to make a sizable investment to ensure that individuals, where they go to any of the 21 early voting sites, they can just show their ID, check in, very streamlined, very seamless, and then they'll be able to get a ballot printed day of. Take that ballot, go into the booth, cast their vote, and there it is.
You know, when I go to primary voting, there aren't many people there. What is the importance of voting in that primary, just like you do in the other elections?
Oh, it's extremely important because it gives the people an opportunity to get their voices heard in these primaries. Now, Florida's a closed primary state, so based on your party affiliation, either you're a registered Republican, registered Democrat, or even a MPA, will dictate what's on your ballot and then be able to vote and have your voices heard in that particular effort. But one thing I do want to say is that I think for this election cycle is going to be a little bit different because of the fact that people are very aware that it's a big election cycle. So I think we're going to see some large numbers coming out.
I've been here about 15 years this time around, and what I started to notice is that some of the amendments are getting easier to read. Is that on purpose? I'm starting to see that there's not like a double negative in the amendment, that you actually can understand what they're saying.
Yeah, I think so. And I think what you're seeing is that the authors of these amendment ballots, they know how important it is to get the voters to either side with them or side against them. And that's why making it in layman's term, it allows the voter to say, you know what, I want to exercise my vote, I want to exercise my voice in that particular topic.
Because of the 2020 election, a lot of people wonder, what does the supervisor of elections do? What does that office do?
Yeah. So the office is more than just administering the elections. We're responsible for voter education and voter outreach. And in a county like ours that's so vibrant and constantly growing, where we have now, 1.4 million people who have now, that calls Orange County home, our job is to ensure that all of the registered voters who want to exercise their vote, that they know where the polling locations are and make sure that they have the information in a timely fashion. Because our community has grown, and as you heard what I said mentioned, that we have 21, so in the last cycle we had 20. I've found a new location to accommodate the growth, and that new location is Lift Orlando, to help combat some of the growth that's happening in that area and make sure that those individuals have the ability to cast their vote and have their voices heard.
And where is the Lift Orlando location?
Just south of the Camping World Stadium. And the reason why I chose that location, because the supervisor of elections has a thing called the wild card pick. And the reason why I chose that, when I looked at the data back in 2020, I realized that one of the largest precincts that had the greatest turnout was actually at the Amway Center, now known as the Kia Center. And I said it's super important to bring that back. So we were able to work with Lift Orlando, and now that's a new voting site.
That's great. If you don't somehow know where your voting location is, where your precinct is, Can you call the
Absolutely. You can
office?
call the office, or you
Okay.
can go online to ocfelections.gov, and then you'll be able to say, where's my polling place? Click on that, and then you'll be able to find that information.
You know, it's hard for everybody, as busy as people are, to know everything on the ballot. Why is it important that people really know the folks in their community who are running for judges and all the other things? You're going to get water treatment people, everybody's on there. Why is it important to go through the entire ballot, make sure you fill out all of them and not just the one at the top or the couple at the top?
Yeah, so it's individuals are known for just looking for the president, the senator, the governor, those big races. But as you just mentioned, all the main issues that impact us on a day-to-day basis is our local elections, right? And those local positions. So it's super important that everyone go through the ballot. Our office sends out a sample ballot every election cycle, so that way you have it in a timely fashion, so you can go do your homework, talk to your community, talk to your neighbors, and identify the best candidate and be able to vote for your issues that's going to be on the ballot.
Glenn, there have been some changes in the vote by mail laws. What's changed and what can we expect?
Yeah, so the Florida legislature took action a few years ago, and they now have required that every time you want to cast or your vote by mail, you have to fill out a registration form. And if you don't, then at the end of every general election, you have to re-sign up and register. So in the last general election in 2022, there was over 280,000 Orange County active voters who were receiving their ballot by mail. Now, as of today, we are roughly about 80,000. So it's important that if our residents, our neighbors who want to cast their vote by mail, they have to submit the vote by mail registration form and submit it to our office 10 days prior to Election Day. So if anyone wants to cast their mail or want to exercise their voice or their vote by mail, please log on, complete that form, so then that way you receive your ballot in a timely fashion and also be able to exercise your voice.
And I was going to ask, is it just online or is there a physical?
There's a physical
registration as well?
form, and it's at every Orange County Public Library and at most Orange County government buildings.
Great. Glenn, thank you so much for being here and
Thank you.
helping us to voice our opinions and to elect our officials.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
The Orlando Museum of Art is recognizing the most progressive artists in the state at the 2024 Florida Prize in Contemporary Art exhibit taking place now through August 25th. Artists range from emerging to mid-career, often with distinguished records of exhibitions and recognitions at national and international levels. In all cases, they are artists who are engaged in exploring significant ideas of art and culture in original and visually exciting ways. You'll find more information at omart.org.
The Crealdi School of Art is presenting See Through Our Eyes, Storytellers in Sanford and Eatonville. It's all happening at the Hannibal Square Heritage Center. And since 1996, the Crealdi Storytellers teen documentary photography program has given photography instruction to students ages 13 to 17, providing the opportunity for self-expression while exploring the heritage of their community. Teens from around Central Florida have completed 18 photographic documentary exhibitions. You can view them now until August 31st, and admission is free. Go to HannibalSquareHeritageCenter.org to learn more. Let's see what Carissa has cooking in this week's Taste of the Town. She's at the Sugar Factory.
Ooh,
Always
I bet
delicious.
it's good.
Take it away,
Yes.
Carissa.
Hello and welcome to Taste of the Town. I'm your host, Carissa Clark. I am here at Sugar Factory today in Icon Park, and I have the pleasure of introducing you to Chef Juan. Chef Juan, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So, you're welcome. So I am really excited because Chef Juan has one of his most popular dishes, and it is completely reasonable for you to make this at home. You're going to be able to impress your family, your guests when you're hosting, and it's just a little bit of extra love goes a long way. All right, so kindly walk the viewers through. What are we making today?
So we are making a spicy chicken penne alla vodka.
Oh my gosh, I'm salivating already. All right, so.
Okay, so of course, you got to boil your penne. 8 minutes in a pot of boiling water.
Okay.
And salt.
All
you
right,
know.
yes.
You want salt to make sure that the penne catches the flavor of the saltiness. So
So always salty water.
always salty water flavor.
Flavor.
It's always about flavor.
It is.
All right. So while that's boiling, you're gonna get a chicken breast, and
Okay.
you're gonna fillet it,
Okay.
and then you're gonna pound that out with
Okay.
a good old mallet.
Okay.
Say.
All right, find it out. Okay,
All right,
sure.
And then we're gonna buttermilk it, and then panko
Ooh.
it, panko crust it.
Of
and-
course, for texture and flavor. Texture is such a big deal. I mean, I'm a big texture person.
I definitely like texture. I always like something crunchy with something soft.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we have the water is boiling with salt. We have the pasta in there. We flattened out the chicken with panko seasoning. And what else was it? Oh, and
Panko and
buttermilk.
buttermilk, yeah.
That's a really big deal, and I think that's lost on people sometimes. So it's buttermilk and panko. So we have the chicken.
Right.
Now, what makes this spicy?
What makes this spicy is actually our spicy alla vodka sauce.
Okay.
So this is a heavy cream-based sauce with Calabrian chilies, tomato paste, garlic, and onions. And we make this in-house ourselves, and we blend it all together, make it real creamy and delicious. And then what we do after that
Yes.
is we're gonna take butter,
Okay.
throw it in the saute pan.
Okay.
We're gonna toast us some garlic,
Okay.
and then we're gonna add our penne to that.
I can just smell it all right now. Okay, so we in the pan it is butter and garlic, and then the penne.
And then the penne. We're
Okay.
gonna, then we add our sauce to that.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Okay.
So that's cooking in the pan. That's already in the fryer.
And let's just also pause. Let's just think about how wonderful this smells. This is just for me, like I have, young kids at home. Nothing quite like getting the kids into the kitchen when something smells super delicious. And this is such a cozy, cozy feel, but it has that element of a little bit of spice, which I understand. So if you're hosting with the mosting, I think this is something that's going to be able to create memories when you do have friends and family over.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, it just elevates it. It gives a little something, right? Okay, beautiful.
So we're gonna pull the chicken out of the fryer.
Okay.
It should be cooked nice and golden brown, just like
Okay.
this. And then we're gonna add some mozzarella to the top of that.
Okay, so the reality is with some applied heat, this will be melting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We're gonna put this into the oven for about, I'd say about a minute and a half.
Okay.
It should melt and be the perfect consistency.
Okay, all right.
All right, so while that is in the oven, we're
Okay.
gonna add this little shot of vodka.
A little shot of vodka.
Just a little shot, not too much. We don't want to get you drunk.
Yes, and this is obviously going into.
This is going into our spicy sauce. Actually,
Okay.
right into it as it's cooking.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add some Parmesan cheese to thicken that sauce because, of course, applied heat is gonna make
Okay.
it thin out.
Okay.
And then we're gonna pour that into our plate.
So that's really interesting. So after the sauce is made and we've put the shot of vodka in, we do need to add the parm to just keep it really creamy and probably a little extra yummy too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It's gonna add that Parmesan flavor.
Okay, wonderful. So are we going to be assembling this all very quickly?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead.
Put it on.
Yeah, there we go.
Correct. And does the chicken go on then too?
Hold up. We do
Ah,
the
sauce.
sauce first.
Ah, there we go. Yum. Okay.
All right.
Great.
So sauce. Then, of course, as we said, the chicken would have the cheese will have already melted.
Okay.
We're gonna place that on top as such.
Okay, obviously. And
We
with
will-
applied heat, this is delicious. And what is the finishing touch?
All right. The finishing touch would actually be some grated Parmesan over the top,
Okay.
parsley,
Okay.
and then
Oh,
two toasted
pretty.
crostinis.
Oh, yum. Yum.
And then this would end up being somewhat close to the finished product.
Gosh, just a little bit of heat and a lot of melted cheese. That looks fabulous. Between serving this and enjoying this with some great company, it is just going to rise to meet you. There's just no doubt about it. It is wonderful. Thank you, Chef Juan. Please go to our website for more details. I invite you here to Sugar Factory to be able to enjoy this delicious food. Come out and enjoy your taste of the town. Until then, I'll see you around town.
You know, I want to mention that when, because I'm the guest official ambassador of the gift shop of the Orlando Museum
You
of
are
Art,
that.
the new people who are going to be winners of this contemporary art exhibition that they have are going to take the place of last year's that I had a chance to see, and they're really fantastic. Some really creative things. So I'm excited that they're going to change those out with new exhibits, so it's going to be
And
nice.
these are like the winners then,
Yeah.
too. So
Yes.
they get a chance to really show off their works,
It'll
which
be
is
really
a great
nice.
opportunity for
Yes.
them too.
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, that wraps up this week of events, and if you have one that you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Crystal Candy. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.